Well, hello and welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and today I did a little bit of spring shopping. I went to one of my favorite places in the Atlanta area, and that is Scottsdale Farms. So I wasn't actually planning on filming this. I just needed a little mental health break. I've been sitting at my desk an awful lot, and winter just seems like it's just been so long. And the sky was so blue today, and the sun was shining, and it is 81 degrees outside, and it was just utter perfection. So I just thought I'd just get out of the house for just a few minutes, come and do a little bit of spring outdoor, indoor shopping, outdoor, indoor, interior shopping, whatever you want to call it. I just had such a nice time, and I was having such a good time. I was like, I have to share this with my friends because this is such a special moment. It's so beautiful here. And I just thought maybe some of you needed to do a little spring shopping as well. Just get out a little bit, go explore some outdoor containers. Oh my goodness, the outdoor containers that you are about to experience is gonna blow your mind, okay? Amazing, amazing stuff. And I think you're gonna just absolutely love it. I've got a little tiny haul here as well that I will share with you after I share with you our little shopping adventure. So make sure you hit subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up if you're like me and you just find, every now and then you just need some retail therapy. Just need to get out and have a good time. Take your coffee, go and peruse one of your favorite places, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. All right, I'll meet you back here in just a minute. Let's go. My favorite place to always start at Scottsdale Farms is, of course, with the planters. They always have an array of planters, and I really just took a really long peruse because they have a ton of planters that have just arrived, and I thought it'd be a really fun opportunity to share with you guys what really jumps out at me and how I choose what from all the selections that they have at my garden center. How do I choose the ones that I actually go home with? So these here are ones that I do actually own, and I went right past them kind of quickly because I own them. But I also have some of these other type, like this water fountain. It's just so beautiful. And I have one very similar to this, and you can see how I'm really drawn to things with more of a rustic patina. I really like to add a water element to an outdoor space. So even if you have a balcony or if you have a huge yard, I think adding water is always a nice feature. But here you can see where I'm really trying to actually touch the texture, see if it's real. I generally avoid the ones that are faux terracotta, right? Faux concrete, those faux materials that typically are very light. Those are literally so heavy you could barely even, I couldn't even really move them. And then these are a little bit more of that fiber concrete material. So generally I would say that I do avoid that material, and then every now and then you find one like this that's just really well done. So when you're looking for your planters, I would think about the colors that will go really well. In the beginning of putting my outdoor spaces together, I used to go, ooh, pretty, and I'd just buy whatever I liked. And sometimes I still do that. I have a mix of colors. Because if I see something like this, I'm like, I want it. But I do think that thinking through your color palette with your planters is a really good idea. So as you look at your outdoor space going into springtime, start thinking about the color palette. Do you want to have more of a gray tone? Do you want to have a little bit more of that orange tone? Do you want to have a nice creamy beige? I loved that little kind of like birdhouse. It looked more like a little squirrel would live there. But here you can see they have a lot of other planters that are very shiny and glossy. And typically that's something that I'm going to avoid. At first glance, I thought, ooh, that might be nice, but it's got that metallic paint on it, so it's a hard pass for me. And I typically avoid things that are cute like these. My daughter loves those, but it's not something that I would personally buy. I'm looking for just something that feels a little bit more authentic. Here I wanted to show you the terracotta pots. Now we have done DIYs on our channel to help them to look aged, but you can also buy a more aged looking terracotta pot. And I think that that just really gives you a lot of warmth and a lot of character into your outdoor area. Scottsdale Farms, it's so much fun. We've brought you guys here for so many different seasons, and you can feel that we're just literally on the precipice of spring, and it's a really exciting time, and all the plants are getting ready to arrive. It's going to be a lot of fun, so we will definitely have to revisit. But here you can see you can add in some statues. You can add in more sculptural planters. Here are the ones that I have on my own deck, and I love the patina. I love the warmth. You can also go for something with more of a brown tone. This mixes really well with beiges. It mixes really well with blacks. I think thinking through the kinds of plants that you're going to want to use is a really big part of this as well. It will really help you decide what size you need, and do you need to have a nice big backdrop. I love to use these rectangular ones for boxwoods, and I'll put them against a wall and line them up. I think that's really nice. There are some statues that personally I just wouldn't put into my garden. And then there's others that, are just amazing. So I think you have to be kind of picky and really think through what your personal style is. And, if you've got a really glossy, shiny outdoor set, maybe some warmth and patina in those planters will really help you to have a really nice balance where it feels cozy, it feels inviting. So yeah, lots of examples here. These planters were I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want them all. And then of course, getting some boxwoods out there. It's nice to think through what will be evergreen, because of course right now having some green outside is nice. And then maybe accenting with a bird bath. Something like this is such a simple piece. It doesn't have to be outrageously expensive, but you can have some boxwoods with the little water feature, and you don't even have to have a pump or anything. Just have some water out there, and it's just really nice. Scottsdale Farms is loaded up with all kinds of spring decor. Most of this is stuff that I typically personally avoid. I typically wouldn't buy things with bunny themes, but The Collected Cottage is a really nice book, and I think you could bring in books that remind you of sort of that coziness. I had to share this with you guys. It just kind of made me laugh because I was like, can you tell we're in Georgia? Scottsdale Farms, if you have not visited before, is about 35-40 minutes outside of Atlanta. So it's a fun little escape, and it's just on this beautiful piece of farmland out in horse country. This entire area has a very equestrian vibe. You see a lot of cottages out here, that very southern feeling. And so even for me, someone that does love sort of a balance of cottagey and modern elements, someone like Scottsdale Farms has something for everybody. And so it's a lot of fun just to feel the vibe of spring, seeing some great rustic materials coming into the stores. And really for me was just really getting my juices kind of flowing. It's like, oh, yes, okay, spring is here, like it's happening. I don't know about you, but sometimes winter just seems so long and it just feels like spring will never come. And so for me, it's not about buying things necessarily, but just finding that inspiration and the motivation to want to start thinking about it, feeling like almost like it's giving yourself permission to think about spring, to think about things that you want to include. I love at this time of year to pull out rustic linens. I love to start pulling out like baskets and all the rattan, whether it's a basket itself or it's an accessory. I just think it's a great time to just start thinking about all those little things that you might have squirreled away in your house. I absolutely love this candle company. They have got such amazing candles. I will leave a link down below for you because, spoiler alert, I did take one of those home with me. But I do love to look at all the napkins and all the different things that you can, those little things, those little signals that we give ourselves that a new season is here. That's what I love to look for. You don't need to, like me, paint your entire bedroom new color. If you missed that video, make sure you check that out. I'll have it linked in the show notes for you. But it is a good time to think about just some small little adjustments that you can make. This lamp I just loved. I just loved it. I thought that was just so beautiful. And that sort of rusticness is really nice. Balanced with something like this, a little bit more glossy vase. I think that you can mix your textures, and spring and summer, it's that time of year when you just love that rusticness. It just feels so tactile. Here they've got some gorgeous rattan and wood pieces. This got me so excited about outdoor entertaining. It really got my juices flowing. And this is why I wanted to share this with you, because I wanted you to feel as excited as I did. I have one of these little cheese, like it's little cheese domes. I bought that from Scottsdale Farms last year. They've got beautiful cheese knives and other things. If you can get to Scottsdale Farms, I so highly recommend it. I think you'll absolutely love it. But again, I hope it'll just remind you. That's what I was taking away. I was like, oh, I've got to pull that out. Oh, I've got to grab the cheese. Oh, I need to start planning some charcuteries with some spring feelings. And it just really inspired me. And I thought maybe that you guys would feel the same. I just love my little beverage napkins. I think it's just a bit of fun, and it's something that I like to have on hand because I drink coffee every day, and it's nice to have a little napkin. Here you can see we've got some more rustic elements. They have things separated by categories, so you kind of can see where we're in this little kitchen section. But I was looking at all the little charcuterie, paraphernalia, and all the fun little things, and just bottle openers and way you can set your table indoors or out. And I was thinking of, lemonade and being able to pop the cap off of them, the little bottled ones that come from Europe. Oh my gosh, these little napkins. I hate it when I'm singing, what was it? I hate it when I'm singing a song and the artist gets the words wrong. I don't know about you, but these were just funny. Are you drunk? They just had some really funny ones. And I typically don't buy stuff like that, but for a beverage napkin, yeah, I would just probably buy these actually. You'll have to wait till the end to see what I actually brought home. And then while I was looking at the napkins, I was like, ooh, look at this pillow. Woo! So you can kind of see how my mind works when I'm shopping. They were very sweet because they really just let me kind of film in here and didn't get on to me without having to ask permission, so I can really show you guys everything. But yeah, I was thinking about, I was just posted on Instagram about my outdoor entertaining and starting to have our morning coffees al fresco, and I just realized, this is the stuff that gets you excited about it. It reminds you to take your milk pitcher outside, add some coffee in there, take some water, some lemonade, go sit outside, and just everything tastes better when you eat it outside. I always think, unless it's freezing. But I know that a lot of us are starting to get a lot warmer temperatures. Look at that rattan. I mean, isn't that just amazing? I thought that was just breathtaking. Lots and lots of glassware and all kinds of exciting stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely, that was actually a candle holder. But yeah, I realized, I've got like these little napkin rings. If you don't have things like this, I think it's really nice to have some seasonal items. You don't have to switch out all the furniture in your house, adding a new little throw blanket, grabbing a nice set of glassware, beautiful brunches. I was really eyeing that book. That was something that Jack loves, brunches, and I thought, oh my gosh, yeah, that's like the spring eating. Like you start to change the way that you eat. Biscuits down here in the South, that is seasonless. That is something we have all the time. But I do think that it's nice to just think through these little ways in which we can infuse our homes and our lives with the feeling of spring, and extending the idea of spring from what furniture pieces do I have to what are the linens that I'm accenting my home with, what kinds of things do I have, how can I put a charcuterie out with these great kinds of items, like a tomato jam. What can I put that with? How can I serve that on a picnic? Tomato pesto. These kinds of items, that's actually from a company. The owner of that is a good friend of mine. Her name is Elisa, and she makes amazing, Bella Cucina, makes amazing little like ingredients that you can use. It's really great. But then there was also Finch and Fennel. That's right. So Finch and Fennel, they have a lot of spices, and I was like, ooh, that's just a bit of fun. So I started to think about grilling out. I started to think through my platters. I was like, ooh, Moroccan spices on some chicken or a steak or some veggies on the grill. Oh, I need to have my platters. And you can kind of see where my mind just kind of works. Like, I'm excited about spring and living in my home, not just decorating. If you're gonna decorate, I do think that linen is a really nice material to bring in. And I do think that wicker, rattan, and just those sort of rustic materials can really help you. I did want to show you guys that they do have an equestrian area here. And here are these candles again. Screen porch smelled amazing, and they've got ones like sweet tea and just different flavors like that, and they just smell amazing. Of course, to me, a season can't change without the candle kind of switching over. To me, that's what it's all about, is that sort of magic in the season. Scottsdale Farms has a new candle called White Eucalyptus, and I love, first of all, the container. I mean, can we just chat about the container with the hobnail on it? I just love it. And then the white eucalyptus, if I can talk today, that has a really like smoky, raw, natural, and yet spring-like scent to it. Yeah, this is when I started to pick things up and not put them back. At one point, one of the gentlemen there brought me a basket because he was like, hands are getting full. And I was like, why, yes, they are. It started with this candle. I tried to convince myself to look at other ones, but once I had smelled that one and the screen porch, it was over for me. They just smell absolutely amazing. Still thinking about pulling out just your regular candlesticks. You can use those outdoors in the evenings as well. And yeah, I thought I'd take you around. Oh, the pillow section was great. The homebody pillow was super cute. But you can see where the feeling of spring is here. There's a lot of textures going on. There's a lot of linens and cottons and a lighter palette. I think that's a really nice way of signaling a new season in your home, and switching up the pillows is a really affordable way of just bringing a new season about in your spaces, whether it's the sofa, whether it's a chair, or even on your bed. Just a couple pillows. It doesn't take a lot to switch things into a new season. I would also think about some dried and preserved or faux greenery. That can be really nice, especially if you don't have the ability, if maybe you're not able to keep things alive, or you're not going to be in the home enough, if you work long hours and you tend to forget to water things. I think it's okay to go for some faux options. Put them in a vase, have a little plant. Here at Scottsdale Farms, they had a lot of great examples. Add a little bit of green into your space. I think that's a great thing to do. Personally, I do that all year round, but especially in spring, it just kind of gives you that feeling. Currently using a can as a tripod. Hopefully this will not go awry. But I am not pulling out of this place without showing you guys what I got. Now, I did come by myself, which I know is unusual because Jack is usually with me, my husband, for those of you tuning in for the first video. But he had a bunch of phone calls, and I was like, look, you can stay at home and make your phone calls. I'm going out. So, since he's at home, busy, I thought it'd be really fun to bring him home a little gift. Now, I know if you're tuning in for the first time, you're going to be like, you bought your husband a candle? I know, but he loves candles. And Scottsdale Farms, which is where I am today, let's see if we can get that to focus. Don't look at my face. There we go. Scottsdale Farms has come out with their own candle, and they did it in a hobnail container, which I just absolutely love. It's called White Eucalyptus, and it has like a smoky, woodsy, natural smell to it. It is amazing. So he's gonna freak out over that. Then I also got Porch View Home. They have candles called Porch Home. Screen Porch. Screen Porch is the name of this one. And it smells like honeysuckle in spring, and oh my gosh, it's making me so happy. I don't know. First of all, let me just say this. If you are in the Atlanta area or you're planning a trip to Atlanta, you need to come and experience Scottsdale Farms on your own, because a lot of times I just can't link up to all the things that are here, and just the experience of coming here is amazing. And I think going to a local nursery, just anywhere that you can find plants and pots, just getting out right now, it just revives your soul. It gets you excited again. So I will leave some links for items if I can for them, but a lot of these are just available locally. So if you're here, definitely come. But either way, I think just getting out of the house is a big deal too. I love the little beverage napkins. This is like my bit of fun. I always say that when you have in your home, you should always have a little bit of whimsy, something that just kind of makes you laugh. And for me, my beverage napkins are the one thing that I just love to have a bit of fun. And so I had to have those little animal print ones. I also got this book. This is The Art of Picnics. And this is just so us. The girl that was checking me out, she says, do you love cooking? And I'm like, well,
I like charcuteries. I like the idea of a picnic because this is just assembling and very little cooking, but a lot of fun outdoors. And I'm just looking at those pages and I'm just thinking, yes, this is what I want. So I just think that is amazing. I see the balm memo jam in there and blueberries and some coffee and some biscuits or like English muffins. That sounds amazing. So I am so excited. Jack is going to freak over this. He's going to love this. I know we're going to have a lot of fun. I know it'll definitely inspire us for some some fun, festive spring and summer moments. Very exciting. I also got, this is really cool. This is Georgia Gold extra virgin olive oil. It's literally grown here in Lyons, Georgia. I did not even know that this existed. It just wants to focus on me. There we go. There we go. There we go. How about that? So yeah, who knew that Georgia grew, that you could buy olive oil here? So I can't wait to show that to Jack. He's gonna love that. We love to be able to buy locally. So I've also gotten the amaretto peach and pecan preserves. Amazing. This is made in Memphis, Tennessee. So that is pretty cool. Love that. I'm like, how do I get this thing to focus? There we go. That is by Finch and Fennel. That's really, really cool. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. I'm gonna have to run by the bakery and get some baguettes for dinner tonight. I also got by Finch and Fennel their champagne honey mustard. Jack is gonna freak. Oh my gosh, my nails are in terrible condition. Don't look away. There you go. Champagne honey mustard. He's gonna freak. He absolutely loves trying different mustards and stuff, and I think that's what makes picnics and charcuteries, it just makes it so much fun, doesn't it? All right, what else? I also got the Scottsdale Farms. This is their balsamic. Now I'm paranoid about my nails. I'm just gonna hide them. I opted for sleep last night instead of fixing my nails, okay? This is their balsamic herb vinaigrette dressing. I just absolutely love this. I get it every time I come here because their dressings and different products are absolutely delicious. And then one of my favorite companies, Bella Cucina. She's actually a friend of ours and I absolutely love her products. She has the aromatic savory salts. This is the citrus and fennel. Oh, I love fennel. I didn't realize that was what this was. I was like, aromatic savory salts. I'm getting it. It sounds delicious. I didn't even look to see what it was made with. Citrus and fennel. This is going to be extraordinary. I would put this with a little bit of balsamic and a little bit of the oil and a little bit of bread and maybe some little charcuterie kind of meats and cheeses and stuff, and that's dinner at this time of year. So yeah, that's it. Oh, that was the bottom of the bag. Clearly I wanted to keep it going. You know what, I really am thinking about some of the other big planters. I still need to get at least one more for my back deck. They were trying to special order it for me a few weeks ago. I need to check in and see if that's even happening. But I also really liked that bird bath. I've been thinking about that a lot. And I thought some of those wide, big planters and stuff, I mean, if you're local, just run out here because they sell out almost immediately. They really don't have a big supply, and that's because they come actually from Italy. At least some of them do. And so once the supply is gone, it's gone. So there you go. Scottsdale Farms, guys. Back of the bag. Now the front. This place is one of my happy places, and I am so excited that I got to just give you a little bit of joy, give you a little bit of spring shopping, outdoors, and interiors. I was about to say indoor again. I got my seatbelt on, like I'm ready to go apparently. But yeah, I am going to head back home. I hope that you will hit subscribe if you haven't already. I would say that this is pretty normal for us around here, and we're just gonna keep doing some more. We've got all kinds of outdoor plans in these coming weeks, and it's just going to be awesome. We don't want you to miss out. So thank you again, and let me know if there was anything you thought I should have bought, if you saw something that caught your eye, and let me know if you enjoy going shopping with me, and if you want me to do more of these, let me know. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Sip of coffee. Cheers. Bye.